am I? What are these hallways, man? Where am I going? What is it? Where's the stairs go? What is this thing? Oh god, I'm dead. Lord in heaven is above, please. Yep. That's me, all right. This is my first Dark Souls experience, and I'll tell you right now, I hate Dark Souls 1. Not because the game is too hard, and not because it's constantly confusing, and not even because it's regularly gaslighting me, just like your ex does to you. No. The reason I hate Dark Souls is the same reason that people love something like the pretzel bacon pub burger from Wendy's. Because once you've had this burger, you can't really enjoy anything else. I mean, people might tell you, hey buddy, just eat some chips, it's better for your cholesterol. But here's the problem. Chips are boring. They only fill you up temporarily. It's a quick hit of dopamine, kind of like playing Valorant. I mean, it's a fun game and all, but after sinking about 3,000 hours into it, I have a problem. But every match starts to feel exactly the same. Nothing really sticks out as memorable. On the other hand, I can remember every single detail very vividly about every embarrassing defeat as I ran back to Quelaag all the way through Blighttown. That shit stays with you. And you see, that's what Dark Souls is to me. It's a game I hate because after playing it, nothing else feels the same. Every single moment, every single death, every victory is permanently burned into my memory. Which is why I can't wait to tell you all about this unforgettable journey that I just had.
That's the last time I'm gonna be helping somebody out. I was told I was just gonna steal some panties. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have smelled them after taking them, but that shit was pretty good though.
Whoops. Second one this week, Janine. Welcome to the Undead Asylum. This is my character. Now, I call him Jimmy, and he is a hardened thief. He's also an undead. He's actually one of many classes you can choose from within Dark Souls, but I decided to go for Thief because they just look the coolest. Little did I know, though, that choosing Thief would essentially break my entire playthrough, but you'll see that as it happens. On the way, though, we do find these inscriptions on the ground, which I assume these things are just tutorials by the developers, more or less.
Making my way downtown, making my way right up.
Climbing out, we find a bonfire, a perfect place to relax and take a breather from the rat-infested prison cells, before we walk into what would obviously be a trap. You expect me to fight this thing? Hey, buddy, don't look at me. This is your story. I'm just here to narrate. I'm going to fucking die, aren't I? Hey, big fat...
You little shit. You think this is your story? You disgusting Fiat Punto driving shit.
The Asylum Demon is big, strong, and impossible to actually beat. Perhaps because he's a tiny bit British, but he keeps pounding me over and over again into the ground as I scream over and over again, "No, Daddy, no!" Oh. Yeah, that got a little bit sus. But either way, the Asylum Demon is essentially a giant guard that's been put here to make sure that we do not get through. He's meant to stop all the undead in terms of the lore from being able to escape this place unless they are worthy. Who put him here? Well, we do not know that just yet. Oh wait, dude, there's a door over here. Why don't we just do this instead? Figuring out where to go in Dark Souls is kind of like figuring out where the bathroom at your friend's house is late at night. I mean, you know it's there, but you'll probably fuck up the first time you try to find it. But God, does it feel good when you do find the right direction. You'll also be able to find a bunch of things like explanations for the combat. I mean, at this point, the game has given me just enough information to understand basic movement mechanics. I've got a stab. I've got a really strong stab. I've got a roll. I've got a dodge. I've got a shield. However, they seem to have again neglected to have actually given me a weapon. Until, of course, I picked up the bandit knife and the shield, which will allow me to do things like dodging and, of course, parrying. But nonetheless, though, after killing a bunch of the hollows in this place, I do also meet the man who saved me out of the prison cell, after dodging a fucking Indiana Jones giant boulder coming my way. Wait, you're the guy who made me steal those panties. God damn it, kill me now, Janine. I have a shield, I have a sword, I have, practically speaking, everything I need now. All right, well, I mean, he's right down there, so we might as well just make the leap. Okay, yeah, dude, I get it. I'll jump. Jeez, man, just give me a moment. Technically speaking, you can jump down here and stab the giant asylum demon right in the head, something that I didn't know you could do. Instead, I just fell off the edge and didn't end up doing that extra damage against the big boy. With the power of God and Ozempic on my side, I beat the asylum demon.
Oh, stupid Birmingham Fiat Punto.
Beating the asylum demon might be the easiest boss in Dark Souls once you figure out where to go and find an actual weapon. But don't worry, every single boss afterwards has a personal vendetta against me to make sure that we suffer. Open the door, rush up, and I pull out my phone to call for a Kruber. So, we've arrived in Firelink Shrine, and I mean, this place is essentially the light in the darkness. It's also sort of a pseudo-hub. From here, you can go in a lot of different directions. Only issue is, Jimmy didn't know this just yet, so, when I tried to figure out where to go with him early on, I had no clue what I was doing. Hey, look, a real human.
Well, listen carefully, then. One of the bells is up above in the Undead Church. The other bell is back down below the Undead Burg.
All right, down it is then. Bye-bye. Making my way down into New Londo. That's where we go. Going down there because he said Blighttown is there, so that's what we do. Is this the right place? I don't know, man. The people here look, a little bit fucked up. Well, something tells me this wasn't the right direction. But I feel like he was lying to me. Well, here's the thing. It's not necessarily that he's lying to me, but my dumbass brain assumed that maybe something like those messages on the ground were actually not just written by the developers. Remember, I assumed they were tutorials, but having read them here a second time, I assumed again that, hey, maybe this is the developers telling me that I should not trust this guy. And so I made the biggest mistake I possibly could have made right after reading this. Okay, you know what? The thing he said that he's sketchy. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I wouldn't do that. I'm gonna do. I don't care. I don't care, dude. I'm gonna stab him. Yeah. See, nothing happened. Wait. Why do I hear boss music? So yeah. After mine and Jimmy's obvious fuck up here, we have now pulled aggro on the Crescent Fall Warrior. Now this guy will keep attacking us endlessly, forever, until we fight back. This got me stuck in about a 45-minute loop of not knowing what to do, but it did teach me a few different things. For example, I can go in more than one direction. First time around, I went down to New Londo and, well, that didn't go well. So I figured, well, there's got to be other directions, because clearly going down there was not what I was meant to do. And the second lesson I learned was that if I want to get out of this death loop of constantly being hammered by this dude, then I've got to have to learn something specific. Parrying. Now, parrying is a game mechanic in Dark Souls 1, which I think is very handy. So, in some way, making mistakes is sort of part of the gameplay loop, and I kind of enjoyed that because most games will not punish you as much as Dark Souls does. Having mastered the art of parrying, I beat the Crescent Warrior, and in some odd way, he seems happy that I took his life, giving me, of course, those two lessons, which is don't attack random NPCs because they might hit you back, and always explore your options in this game because nothing is exactly as it seems. The same way that at the Asylum Demon, I did not need to fight him with a broken sword, I could just exit the arena and find a different path. Well, there's only two directions. He said up or down, and I mean, we did try to go down, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that again. So up it is, baby! The Undead Burrow is a sprawling medieval zone filled with the most vile type of enemies, the Hollows, which we'll quickly find out are, well, quite difficult.
Well, they can't be as bad as that guy, right?
Oh god, why did I say that? So yeah, Hollows are basically, well, just undead who've lost their purpose. In some weird way, they're serving as a metaphor for depression and emptiness in some way. They're now just these empty husks that wander around aimlessly and keep attacking us. I don't care if they're husks, bro. They can still fucking kill me, though. Oh, absolutely. The hollows come in many shapes and sizes. Some even throw firebombs. The Burg has more than enough surprises that will keep you busy when you fight these guys. Some of them will have shields, some of them will have swords, some of them will be having arrows and bows, so you will be struggling most of the time. So here's our first merchant in the Undead Burrow. Pretty friendly guy, honestly. Sells basic items, weapons, and more importantly, he can drop a special weapon. The Uchigatana. Did you just say... katana? Yeah, but... alright then. That's always an option, I guess. But just so you know, though, because we killed him, we're never going to be able to buy an item from this guy ever again. And that goes for pretty much any NPC that we kill like this, but... I mean, I guess it's fine. Only to find myself killing these dudes, but they're fucking strong. Oh dear God. Oh no. How did I live that? Well, never mind. Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, all right. Listen. While he's catching his breath, you may have started noticing something weird going on. You see, every time Jimmy rests at a bonfire, every single enemy respawns. You see, unlike other games, Dark Souls is a game where enemies will always respawn even if you kill them. They are never perma-dead, almost forcing you to learn enemy patterns through constant repetition, creating a sort of infamous run-back within the game. It becomes a lot about strategy and patience, to be honest, more than anything else.
Huh. Oh my God, they respawn. Oh, fuck off. Holy shit, I didn't realize there's a fog here. Oh, this is a fucking boss. And they're shooting me with arrows. Alright, holy fuck, why is he so big? Oh shit. Oh no. Oh man. That did not work out.
Say hello to the Tauros Demon, Dark Souls equivalent of furry bait. To be honest, the Tauros Demon isn't the most difficult boss, but it doesn't help that you also get attacked by bow and arrow wielding hollows on the tower behind you.
Why are you bullying me? Why are you bullying me?
Now, early attempts fail spectacularly. You have the option of climbing the tower and killing the arrow-wielding hollows to then do a plunging attack, just like we did back with the Asylum Demon, of course, at the start of the game. However, doing this just doesn't seem to work for me, until eventually I realized I picked up some gold pine resin much earlier. Applying this to your weapon, and suddenly you're going to be dealing lightning damage, making plunging attacks completely optional. And I'll be honest, putting on the gold resin, it was just me testing things out. I just got lucky I used it at this point in the game and not later.
Hey, let's go! Oh my God, finally! Holy shit. Okay, that worked.
Who's that?
Howdy, homie. It's Tony.
And here we have Solaire of Astora, Dark Souls resident optimist and the most happy guy you'll ever meet. He's also a professional sun enthusiast.
Ah, hello. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight.
God damn! You know what? The sun actually looks pretty good, Solaire. I'm not even gonna lie. You're pretty accurate. I'm gonna be honest, his positivity is kind of infectious. I mean, so far, the only things I've met is a guy who I attacked because he was being a dick to me, and a bunch of enemies. So having someone like him who's genuinely nice is kind of weird.
Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
Thanks. Is he flirting with me right now? Because I kind of like it. To be honest, Solaire's entire existence revolves around praising the sun, and we have the option of actually joining his covenant if we do meet certain criteria, which we do not at this point. Honestly, I think I love this guy. All right, later, sun bro. Stay sunny. Yeah, good enough, I guess. Bye.
Okay, well this just seems unfair though.
Like, the entire bridge is filled with these guys. Oh, come on, man. I'm so close every time. Oh my god, I gotta run all the way back again. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh. The Hellkite Drake, a name that, of course, the man from Degrassi wants to call himself, is Dark Souls' way of reminding you it genuinely hates you. There are a few ways around it. Either we bait it to come down from its perch above the Undead Parish and try to kill it, and well, the other method is to try to run past it.
You know what?
And well, that only works, well, about as good as you think it will.
Dragon. Oh my god, is that fire? Is
Yeah.
that fucking fire? Holy shit, it's fire! Ah!
Am I just gonna keep being burnt like this? Seriously, man. Wait. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, never mind. There's a guy here. Whoop, let's get past it. Whoop, hey. Oh no, there's a bunch of rats. Fuck this.
Oh my god! Is that poison? Wait. Is that another player? That looks like a player. Oh! Okay, I got it. Nice!
Oh no. No! No! Oh my fucking no! Oh dear god. Alright, let's do it again.
Come on, come on, come on! No! Please! Please, I'm so close! I'm so close! I'm so close! Please! Please, please! Please, come on! Just get the fuck up! Get the fuck up! Get the fuck up, please! Go! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! 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 Oh my god! Okay, since I made it here, I might as well just walk around, see what's... Wait. What's going on with these guys? What's happening here? Jeez, man. Who died? Oh, right. All of us. Before we even make it up to the Undead Parish, we get stuck in an endless loop of dying to the giant boar blocking the path. And also because Jimmy is so fat, we are not able to run fast enough to stop one of the hollows from closing the gate on us. Because once it closes, it stays closed forever, forcing you to take a much longer detour through a hallway so full of hollows I honestly thought about just giving up here. I mean, they're not even attacking him anymore. They're just watching him, judging him the entire time.
Imagine being such a little bitch. How are you gonna be undead and so fat that if you jump in the ocean, it'll become a desert?
I thought dying was the worst. Didn't think fat shaming was on the table too. Yeah, it's not looking the best. So, you know what? I think I may have a solution. I know a guy who might be able to help. Give me a second. Yo, dude, it's me. Listen, it's about the Undead Parish. I have no idea how to get... Oh, so you think I should climb the little tower and fight the Black Knight? I know what we're doing next. Sagio!
Oh. I'll have to work on another video soon. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to play this game anymore. Wait, I think I can bait him downstairs, right? Yes! Yes! Let's go! Oh! Oh! What? Oh, are you fucking serious, man? Oh my god, what a waste of time.
Conveniently, though, he left out the part about needing about 32 strength to even use this thing. So now I have this massive ass anime sword that I can't do anything with. I mean, at least it looks cool, I guess. Sure. But in the end, it does teach us a few lessons here. 3 things in particular, though, which is 1, don't trust the man named Revk. He's an asshole. Does make good videos, though. 2, weapon weight matters. You see, I can equip the sword, sure, but when I try to swing it, I'm like a grandma with carpal tunnel. And 3, the last thing, which is, actually, this happening to me kind of forced me to learn how the stats in Dark Souls work, like the spreadsheet here, because I'm gonna be real with you, this shit is confusing. This game does not, like, hold your hand when it comes to the giant spreadsheet that you have in front of you here. So, listen, at least this whole disaster forced me to actually learn something. So, I guess that's a positive? Alright, well, that was a waste of time. How about we just run past all of them or something? Sound good? Alright, let's go. reach the Undead Parish, things ramp up significantly. There's more enemies, there's more things to deal with, but it's also introducing us to one of the most important NPCs in the game, that being Andre, the helpful local blacksmith. Andre is able to upgrade your gear and makes your survival slightly less improbable. Thing is, we could go from here down into the Darkroot Garden. There's also like an electric demon down there which you could probably battle. I mean, if you want to. I mean, it's like right down there if you want to do that. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? No, nothing's wrong at all. Okay, well, if there's no problem, then let's get a move on.
Just me, or does his face look like Rufus from Kim Possible? Yeah, that's weird.
Why is he always sending me to these places? Like, what is this thing? Oh, dear God, we're back. Okay, so I did try doing this for about 5 to 10 minutes in total, and then decided, the Darkroot Garden isn't really where I want to go. The allure of the first bell is just way too strong, so we just headed back upstairs and try to find it. Once ready and stocked up on gear, we head towards the church, because somewhere up there is our next goal, the first bell of awakening.
Holy... Oh my god. There's so... Oh, okay. Why is there like 50 of them at once? This has to be it, right? This has got to be it. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly what we expected. This is the Gargoyle, by far the biggest challenge we've faced so far in the game. Whereas the Asylum Demon just required some exploring, the Crescent Warrior required me to learn parrying, and the Tauros Demon needed some lightning resin, well, this guy is just plain fucking unfair. Its large axe has an insane reach, and if we cut its tail off, we can get a drop from it, but that tail can also slap us straight to the Shadow Realm. Ah! Yeah, so our plan doesn't really work out here. I mean, even if we get the health low enough, there's a second one? Well, yeah, there's 2 of them. Yeah. I think that one may have caused some irreversible damage. I think he might be psychologically a little bit from this point forward. Okay, so at this point in our journey, things are getting a little bit rough. But by pure coincidence, I decide to experiment with some of the tools found at the bonfire here. You see, I kind of have been ignoring things within the menu of the bonfires, like reverse hollowing and kindle a bonfire up until this point. Because honestly, I have no idea what the hell any of this stuff does. I mean, humanity, for example, is this weird little thing in the top left corner of our health bar that I've completely just never questioned. Turns out, now, if we use these creepy little black and white sprite icons, we gain humanity, and at the bonfire, we can then use this to reverse our hollowing. Holy shit! I'm gonna be honest, Jimmy, you don't look like a lanky scouser anymore. Pretty neat. And if we kindle the flame using humanity, we can actually increase the number of Estus flasks that we carry from, for example, 5 up to 10 or even more. By the way, can I also just say, I love Estus flasks. I love that they're not filled with some glowing red potion or magic juice. I mean, kind of maybe, but they're quite literally bottled versions of bonfire flames. And refilling them at bonfires isn't just practical, it's also lore rich and a gameplay mechanic that works really well. The flames are your life force, and you have to use them wisely. Whereas in other games, there's just a magic potion. Here, the flames are literally what keeps you alive, and because it's a mechanic that you cannot just get anywhere else besides bonfires, it makes the bonfire super important to the playthrough. So you can waste them like an idiot or use them wisely. I shall call upon the power of the light to help me vanquish the putrid and foul gargoyles. A summoning symbol. So, yeah, besides obviously making our character not look like a dehydrated raisin, I accidentally here discovered that we can summon NPCs like Solaire to help us in battle by using summoning stones. Now, I didn't realize until much later that you could only do this while your hollowing is reversed and you're back in human form. This was something that I completely didn't even realize, but it also changed my experience of this fight and honestly changed my entire experience of Dark Souls as a whole, having discovered this element. Victory at last. Thank you for your service, my friend. We shall meet once more. Those two should totally make out, huh? All right, yeah. Hi. Hey, it's me again. So, we beat the gargoyles, right? Which is great. That means we can progress.
I fucking hate climbing stairs. Why is this so dumb? Freaking ladder. Why is there a ladder here? Why couldn't it just be a freaking stair? Like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Ooh, the bell is ringing. Whee! It's so big.
Woo! Baby! There it is. We rang the bell. All right, let's move on. Bell number 2. Here we come. Also, there's this new guy in the bell tower who sells items, but more about him later. He's important for a different element of the game. YouTuber man. Where are we supposed to go, though? Oh, right. Oh, fuck. To be continued. Right now.
That's a fucking elevator.
I can.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, what the fuck? Awesome. Wait, it's just, oh my god, it went all the way down.
So, first of all, we make our way all the way back to the Firelink Shrine. We could have actually just used the elevator in the church, or we could just run all the way through the Undead Burrow. Either one really works. Also, this elevator is just so freaking cool. It's one of the first moments where you realize how interconnected the entire map in Dark Souls really is. And I love that. That actually got me really shocked because I expected a giant open world or a game that was on the rails and sort of was always taking me where I needed to go at all times. But no, you don't get that here. It's way more interesting. It's really cool though because it makes the world almost feel like an open world. But even though it's more layered, like a sandwich, floor after floor, just stacked chaos on top of each other, which kind of works. All right, enough of the yapping. Where are we supposed to head now? Well, Dark Souls is deliberately unclear. We can blindly follow the vague up or down advice from the Firelink Shrine Crescent Warrior, or we can just look for things all around here. Ah, yes. I love how it literally just tells you go up or down, as if either of those options really tell you anything. I mean, fine, I'm gonna go down, but it's gonna be a terrible choice. But little did I know, by choosing to play as a thief, I had unknowingly equipped myself with what might be one of the single most broken starting items in the entire game. The Master Key. Ah, yes. This key right here, the Master Key, basically broke my entire playthrough. It made my journey fundamentally change from what you usually would experience. With this one item, I did not realize how much I was able to completely skip, but let me go through it really quickly. For one, the Capra Demon, aka a boss fight held inside of a shoebox with 2 rabies-infested hell dogs biting your ankles. I hate this thing. I actually, in my second playthrough, ended up taking the Capra Demon on, but I did not like it, and I got to fully skip it in my first playthrough. The entire cursed piss pipeline known as the Depths, a place I did not have to deal with, and even the Gaping Dragon down in the depths, a creature that kind of looks like something made by Sid from Toy Story, but guess what? I did not have to deal with it. I got to fully skip pretty much all of that. So yeah, instead of crawling through literal shit water and getting jump scared by sewer-sized Vespas, I just got to vault right into New Londo. It was a free shortcut, essentially. But before we go down into New Londo to explore with this Master Key, I actually took a quick pit stop at the Firelink Shrine. This right here is what peace looks like. No screaming enemies, no giant gargoyles, and nobody trying to eat my ass. It's just a nice, calming place. I think that's what I love about Firelink Shrine. It's just a place you can come to relax. take a breather. We were on this journey alone. There's nobody with us, so we need these moments of just silence and calm. And occasionally there are people around here too if we want to talk to anyone, so it's just nice. I love Firelink Shrine. This is where we meet two very important characters, both of whom will traumatize me in very different ways.
Try to kick. No. No, fuck no. Last time I did that, it fucked me over for like an hour. I'm not doing that again.
First up is the Firekeeper. She doesn't talk much, lives in a cage, but she can upgrade your Estus flasks if you find a Firekeeper soul to give her. So she's useful. Are you okay there? Do you need anything? Food, water, child services? Anything? I don't know, man. It doesn't seem really fair to keep her there. Then there's a Lautrec of Karim. He's got gold armor and has a vaguely French-sounding name. He looks kind of like he compliments himself in the mirror every morning, but I decide not to touch either of them for now, and instead just move on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna deal with that. Let's just go.
Okay, so we're going down. Nothing ominous about that. Just me, my sword, and the two voices in my head. Woo. This shortcut bypassed basically half of the intended early game progression, but I did not know this, and it dropped me straight into the ass crack of Blighttown.
Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. This feels like too early, man. And a bit too difficult, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Now, why do I say this? Because I wasn't meant to be here yet. All those other bosses, the Capra Demon, the Gaping Dragon, they weren't just roadblocks, they were learning tools. They would have helped me understand more about the game's fundamentals and given me more time to grind souls, level up, and just improve at the game. So, our options are pretty clear. Either we can go into the giant, creepy, ominous-looking cave over there, looks a little bit funky, or we can go to the beautiful Valley of Never mind. He already ran inside the cave, didn't he?
Okay, so how am I supposed to... Whoa, fuck!
Blighttown is less of a level and more of a Miyazaki showcase of love towards the game Jump King, because trying to get down from here feels like playing that game. It's made out of rotting wood, awful camera angles, and my least favorite thing, mosquitoes. God fucking damn it. Okay, by far... the worst enemies you find in Blighttown are these giant mosquitoes, which will suck your blood, but also they will poison you, which is kind of annoying. Eventually, we reach the swamp floor, where our movement slows down to a snail's pace. But the worst part isn't even that. You see, just touching the swamp poisons you and slowly ticks away your health, which I was not prepared for. I can't even move in this? Don't even worry about it, Jimmy. This is literally the worst part of this place. The poison fucking swamp is your biggest problem. And hey, at least at the end of this, there's a giant lady with big boobs for a boss battle. So at least you got something to look forward to, if you survive getting there. This is where the game starts to really make me understand how brutal certain things can be in it. In particular, runbacks in Dark Souls. To even get to the next boss, you need to do the following. You gotta spawn in, you gotta survive all the enemies, you gotta dodge mosquitoes, and then trek through poisonous swamps only to be able to actually enter the location. And unless you've perfectly optimized your path, you're forced to use Estasis before the fight even starts against the boss battle, which means you're already going to have lost a lot of your healing potential for the boss battle. This means that every attempt requires actual strategy. You gotta plan your entire route before you even step out of a bonfire, and this is something that most games do not do. So I was genuinely shocked here. It reminded me of really old school games from like the early 2000s and how punishing they can be, not intentionally, but by accidental design. However, here, it's an intentional design decision to force you to think of different strategies before you take on a boss. And that's kind of why I like this game. I mean, it constantly forces you to sort of problem solve and think of different solutions to a problem that you encounter, which is great. Unlike other games, it's not going to hold your hand. Instead, it's going to take a shotgun and blow off your kneecap. Yeah, alright, here we go. As if she even has big enough boobs. It's probably just a dumb lie. Stupid green screen guy. Dumb bullshit. Alright, see, green screen guy, she... Holy mother of God! Yeah, this battle made Jimmy hard. No, sorry, I meant I was... No, I was not super hard. I mean, Jimmy was hard. No, wait. What I meant to say is this battle was difficult. And hard. Do you see? She has a giant blade with insane reach. She also has 2 AoE attacks. The first is her Hok-Tuh, where she spits lava everywhere. I can't believe I fucking said that. The fact that that came out of my mouth, people just leave this video at this point. All right. And the second, a giant explosion. Yeah. That's the one. If you get too close, that will get you and it will kill you. Fortunately, both have clear indicators. You just have to be smart enough to pay attention, which I wasn't. Look, man, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. She's got lava. I've got a butter knife and some trauma on me. I cannot do this. Jimmy, it's fine. I get it. I think this is time for us to do something that we haven't done in this entire playthrough so far to get better. Nah, I don't want to do that. Oh, never mind. Let's grind. So, yeah. Quelaag absolutely deletes us, and we come to a painful realization. Our stats are trash. Our weapons are trash and unusable, and our armor is absolute dog water. So here's the thing. Grinding for souls in Blighttown is, well, kind of ass. My main mission, though, is to finally get strong enough to wield the Black Knight sword, because I know that's the strongest weapon I have in my arsenal at the moment, and I didn't know if I could find better weapons down the line. And when I tried to grind in the Blighttown area, this is all I ended up doing. I ran back and forth over and over again with no progress. I had sequence broken my entire journey, so I was fighting Quelaag way too quickly here and way too early in my playthrough. I didn't even know this at the time, though. I thought maybe I was supposed to go down into Darkroot Garden instead. But before I could even get there, I accidentally stumbled into a tiny little discovery, you see.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me try this. Oh my god, it works!
You see, by complete accident, I had noticed that if I just baited the dragon's fire, it would roast every hollow on the bridge, and the game would then credit me with those kills. Now, I'm telling you, this right here was by pure chance, and trust me, I will be honest, I did use guides for some of the other things in this game, like some really difficult bosses, or when I would struggle in some area where I just hated my life, I would use guides to help me through, but not for this one. This was one of those genuine moments where I just thought I discovered and uncovered a secret grinding spot on my own. I mean, of course, I know now that people already know about this section, but it was such a shock to me. I really thought I found something new, and it made me so excited.
And then we go back. Oh my god, this is gonna be so easy now. Oh my fucking thank you. Oh, holy shit, yes!
After a long and miserable climb back down to hell, Jimmy returns to the festering depths of Blighttown. But this time, he's been juicing. Hey, Quelaag, remember me?
Is that the best you can do?
Honestly, this battle becomes much easier when you realize you don't have to stare at her, lava cleavage the entire time. You can just try to go behind her and shit. The trick here is, of course, staying aggressive and attacking her non-fiery legs, but also not getting too greedy if you get too close. And with, of course, the buffed up Black Knight sword and our newly acquired gains, well, Jimmy just melts through her.
Come on! The best you can do? Catch me if you can! You're so slow. There we go! Finally, I've conquered you, bitch.
And just like that, 2 bells have been rung. One up top and one deep down below. All right, we've made progress, finally. But the question is, at what cost? At what cost have we done it?
Oh man, where am I supposed to go now? Invisible wall? Great.
Yeah, I ended up killing this innocent NPC, which, by the way, is super friendly. You don't have to do anything with this guy. He's not evil at all. And I just killed him. Keep in mind, killing him means I cannot buy any of his items. I didn't know this, and there's some items that he sells which are really useful for another battle we can take on. So, great job, I guess, from me. The spider lady here is one of the 7 daughters of Chaos, and her sister was actually Quelaag, who we killed, and yeah. Oh, but this one, don't worry. She's friendly. She's also blind, and I don't even think she realizes that we essentially murdered her sister and sibling. Don't tell her that, though, but it's fine. She's actually pretty cool, and she even offers us to join her covenant if we want to. Covenants are basically Dark Souls' version of factions. You join them, you donate items, and in return, you get power, gear, or even shortcuts to different locations. Alright, what now, dude? Well, I mean, we did see that, like, hint to Sseth's Fortress earlier, right? So, I'm gonna assume that's where we're supposed to go. I know it's, like, close to Andre the Blacksmith, so we shouldn't struggle getting there. At least I think so. We make our way back to Firelink Shrine, only to find that things are a little bit off. Why is Firelink Shrine so quiet? It's like somebody got murdered here. That's because they did. The Firekeeper is gone, replaced by a suspicious crimson smear on the floor and a lingering sense of guilt. Wait a minute. Where's the Golden Knight? I think his name was Lautrec. Where's he gone? That guy? He seemed kind of chill, though. Okay. That's what he meant. Oh, okay, so he kills her. Oh boy. Don't worry. We will fix this. So, 2 bells rung means that this piece of shit is open for business. I can already tell this is going to be fun. Oh my god. Yeah, a place like Sseth's Fortress can only be made by a human being who genuinely must have had some kind of daddy issues, because no normal person would make a place this fucking twisted and just messed up and torturous. There's gotta be something wrong with you to make a place like this as a game designer. Oh, this place is like okay, yeah, it just literally feels like something out of Indiana Jones. All right, let's see. So, if we're gonna go through this place, we have fiery hell, giant axe blades, massive snakes, arrows from the walls. Nice. Also, Indiana Jones-sized boulders that will fall on us. Great. It's gonna be so much fun.
Maar ja, godverdomme! Ah, what the fuck?
I didn't even have a chance. Oh, and right around here is when I made a critical discovery in this game. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. No. 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 You can sprint? You can sprint? Oh my fucking god. Oh my lord. Yeah, that is right. I played half this game without knowing that you could run, that there's a sprint button, and all you have to do is hold down B on an Xbox controller. I'm not even kidding. This is literally how I discovered this, by accident. Again, so much stuff in this game, I could just have paid attention more and I would have figured it out. But no, I didn't. Yeah, so figuring out how to sprint in this game, again, fundamentally changed my experience of this game. I mean, doing almost 10 hours of gameplay without being able to run was pretty crazy, but this changed literally everything for me. At the top of this fortress lies one of our next boss battles, and that's going to be against the massive-ass golem that's about to give Jimmy a hard time. Why is he so big? That's what she said. Oh, also, I forgot to mention something. While you're fighting this big guy right here, well, here's the issue. There's also another guy right up there who's going to be throwing giant-ass boulders on you at the same time. Thing is, having the second giant tossing shit in the back does end up making this fight 10 times more difficult than what it normally would have been, because the Iron Golem only really has 2 ways to defeat you on his own. You see, the big guy can only swing his blade and knock us off the arena platform, or he can grab us like a kaiju and squish me to death. There we go, boys! We beat him! I'm gonna be honest though, I don't exactly remember why we came here. Like, why are we even at Sseth's Fortress? Ooh, what is this? Whoop, well, I don't think I should have done that. Whoa! Arriving to this place is genuinely a shock. Like, you have to understand, I have been surviving the worst of the worst in this game. Everything so far has been dark and grim, and then suddenly I show up in this beautiful location. Honestly, I had to take a moment here just to gasp when I first landed. I had to just enjoy the beauty.
This actually looks beautiful. Holy shit. This place is gorgeous.
Wait, is this heaven? Did I finally die for real? Nope, it's still Dark Souls. Yeah, I mean, Anor Londo is beautiful, but we are still playing the same game, so there's still a handful of shit shows that need to still happen. First of all, we fight another gargoyle just like the first bell, but we are far stronger, and I even beat it on the first try.
Nice. Alright.
Nice.
That was decent.
Then we run into what looks to be a bunch of cult members in white robes. Not really sure what to say about these guys, but... Whoa. Okay, actually, while Jimmy's running away, the entire scaffolding here, like the actual design of this place, reminds me of Prince of Persia that I used to play when I was a kid for some reason. Reminds me of the sort of, like, game design they used for that game. And that game was peak. It was like Ubisoft when they still made good shit. But, unfortunately, this is a horrible place to be in.
Oh my god, these... Huh? Maybe I should put more into dexterity, I think. Oh, dude, I was so close! So close! Okay, this time, we actually did it. Oh, it goes down. Oh, it's a bonfire!
But the worst thing by far in Anor Londo has got to be these big sentinels and those white batwing demons. These things will constantly attack us, and it honestly makes it really hard for Jimmy to get through here, because these things are so strong.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh, my fucking... Oh, I'm so sick of... Oh, come on.
This entire place is essentially just a way to test your patience in the game, because you're gonna be non-stop being hit by either a bunch of arrows or these giant bats or whatever else is gonna be stopping you. It's just a game really trying to push your buttons to see how far you'll go to finish it. Now, I kind of always assumed you had to kill everyone within the game, but just trying to run as fast as you can is actually kind of one of the best options. And this is, again, where learning to actually run makes the big difference for me. The fact that I didn't even know that I could press down the B button and run fast is something that fundamentally made the game much harder for me in the beginning. But now that I understood it, I could simply run past enemies. I didn't have to fight everyone.
Who is shooting at me now?
All right, here we go. Come on. Stupid knight. Oh, okay. Oh, is that a gate?
Safety. At last. Wait. Is that who I think it is?
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days.
My boy! My sweet sunny boy! I thought I lost you! Oh, it's kind of sweet. Sun Bro and Jimmy Bro have actually reunited. It's kind of nice, not gonna lie. I mean, finding Solaire again is just a nice way to recuperate from all the fucking trauma we've experienced just going through this place.
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me. Pretend you didn't hear that.
Well, Sunbro, that's a little bit on the nose now, isn't it? Damn, that was pretty... But I don't know, I don't mind it. I mean, listen guys, always remember one important thing in life. If you ain't a little bit gay with your homies, are you really homies? Reunited with Solaire and standing in these divine halls, our journey now continues through Anor Londo.
Holy shit, what is this?
Mimics, because every safe thing in this game will eventually betray you. including the furniture. And I kind of love this in a strange way, because up until this point, I've only had about 3 ways of acquiring new items. I either buy them from merchants, I get loot drops from boxes, or of course I check the chests and the dead corpses along our journey. But all of a sudden, the chests, which used to be a fun surprise every time I found one, have turned into a hazard. It's a great example of how Dark Souls loves to subvert your expectations in an interesting way, causing you to always avoid getting complacent and thinking that things will always be the same. I mean, chests used to be a fun thing in the game, like a little fun reward whenever you do find one, but now they've turned into pure danger. However, there is some interesting elements about these things to give away that they are mimics. For one, their actual, chains will be curled up. But another thing is, if you pay attention, you'll notice that when it is a mimic, it is slightly breathing. Like, it's actually opening up slightly every time it takes a breath. So there are things that give it away, but realistically, as a player, you're not going to stop and check for these small details every time. So the easiest solution is, smack that bitch. Everything is sus. I don't like it. So at this point, having searched through all of Anor Londo, we've discovered a few things. For one, there's a giant blacksmith that sells tons of useful items, and the second thing being our next boss battle awaits us. But when I try to reverse my hollowing, something happens that's only happened once before. That being, I get invaded.
What the fuck? What is this, man? Dude, are you kidding me? I'm running out of... Oh, I have no humanity left. What is this? What's attacking me?
Yeah, this is Dark Souls' PvP system. Now, you have to understand, this is my first time playing a Dark Souls game. I did understand that there was some PvP in the game, but I thought it was just in a simple arena. I didn't really comprehend this up until this point, that players were able to invade my game world at any time whenever I reversed my hollowing. This shit made my entire game journey into the most painful experience ever, because I didn't yet know how to farm more humanity, so I ended up just wasting all of it without even getting to the fog gate of my next boss fight.
Oh man, I hate this.
Yeah, I think I hated this more than anything in the game. Honestly, I think being invaded sucked more than even doing some of the hardest boss fights, to be honest with you. Huh. The eye, it's glowing. Huh. It's him. With the Firekeeper's Eye in hand, we can now invade Lautrec's world and beat the absolute golden piss out of this man. Oh, he brought backup. You think that's gonna save you, Laurent? It's Lautrec. I know what I said! After an emotional 3-on-1 throwdown, justice is served. I did it. I avenged our mute flame mommy. We did it, boys. And what do we do with the soul? We don't use it. That's right. We're gonna keep this fire soul for later so that we can revive our fire mommy over here. After clearing out the cathedral, beating down Lautrec, and nearly having a breakdown from all the PvP invasions, we arrive at the gate of hell itself. Huh. This one seems a bit different. On the left, we've got Orenstein. Tiny, nimble, fast as hell. And on the right, we have Smough. And well, he's fat. Kind of like me, to be honest.
Good. I'm gonna be honest about it. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm sick of this, to be honest. Why?
I can't move. I can't breathe. I'm dying. Here's how the fight works. Whichever one you kill first then absorbs the powers of the other one, allowing them to then grow and get stronger. Oh my god, you know what? I feel bad for Jimmy. What kind of DBZ fusion bullshit is this? I'm doing everything to win this battle. I'm trying different armor, different weapons, different mental states. Shit, I even took a bath.
Not exactly sure how this is gonna help. I don't even know what to try anymore. This just sucks, to be honest. This just fucking sucks. I don't want to play this game anymore.
You see, the thing with these two in battle is that they're both extremely strong, but there's also a little bit of a backstory to them. You see, Orenstein and Smough were two of Gwyn's elite guards. Orenstein was the Dragon Slayer, and is of course fast and noble, as you can see, but Smough was the Executioner, brutal and cruel. These two weren't really exactly friends. Orenstein had honor, and Smough, he just liked smashing people into a pulp and eating them, which is kind of why he wasn't allowed to become a honorable knight or whatever, but together they guarded somebody within Anor Londo. At least, that's what we assume. We don't know yet. Eventually, I break out the Crystal Halberd, a weapon that hits harder the longer you wait to swing it. Kind of like jacking off 3 times a day. But just like jacking off 3 times a day, if you overdo it, you might cause irreversible damage, because the Crystal Halberd, unlike other weapons, can't be repaired once it breaks.
Please, please, please. Yes! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, I did it! Yeah, sorry, Yoda. Sorry, Yoda. Oh my god, sorry for yelling. Oh my god!
Ladies and gentlemen, after multiple hours of struggling against these two, we finally find ourselves alongside Jimmy, victorious in this battle. And this is by far the hardest battle I've been through in this game. Whoa! Those are the biggest plot devices I've ever seen. Yep, that's Guinevere, daughter of Gwyn. And they are massive. Sorry, I meant she is massive? She's mommy? Yeah, that sounds good enough. She gives you the Lord Vessel, which is an interesting item. It's a key item that lets us fast travel between locations. And the Lord Vessel helps us do this by simply interacting with bonfires. Then we can warp from one place to another. And I mean, the Lord Vessel has some plot, but let's be honest, we're not really here for the plot, are we? With this, we no longer have to walk barefoot across the entirety of Lordran. Instead, we can teleport. And of course, like in Dark Souls fashion, plot twist. Turns out Guinevere is just a damn illusion cast by her brother Gwendolyn, a secret boss hiding in the back halls of this just giant place. I didn't fight him in this playthrough, but the implications here are wild. So first of all, Guinevere is said to be the daughter of Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight. She represents fertility, kindness, warmth, all that kind of stuff. Now, after Gwyn left to link the First Flame, she supposedly remained in Anor Londo to watch over the realm, offering guidance to the chosen undead like ourselves. But here is the twist. She's an illusion. The Guinevere we see is actually a magical projection created by the Dark Sun Gwendolyn, her younger brother. Gwendolyn, in contrast, is the last true god remaining in Anor Londo, raised as a daughter due to his affinity with the moon. He's the god of illusion, sorcery, and secrets. Gwendolyn is obsessed with preserving the Age of Fire and hides the truth of Anor Londo's decay by projecting illusions of light gods and order. So if we do kill him, the entirety of Anor Londo goes dark, but if we do not kill him, then the illusion stays. So we have an option of what we want to do here. So, is anything in this world real? What's next? Is Solaire just a hologram?
Jolly cooperation.
Sorry to say, but yeah, seems like it.
No!
With the Lord Vessel in hand and fast travel unlocked, you'd think things are gonna get easier. Instead, we hit the second half. Welcome to the second half of Dark Souls, featuring bad lava, invisible walkways, and really dark caves. Whoop, I think he fell. A lot of people complain about this chunk of the game feeling rushed, less interconnected, more linear, and full of just go kill these 4 things type of energy. And honestly, yeah, and we'll get to all that very soon. But first, this is where the game just kind of stops telling you anything. There's no guidance. You just kind of go off of vibes. So naturally, I ask a friend of mine, fellow YouTuber and all-around bastard, Revk. He told me the following.
Go in the elevator, jump out, ride a big bird, get the key in the asylum, then enter that giant painting.
And of course, I was going to listen because, frankly, Orenstein and Smough had sort of ruined my confidence at this point, so I needed something that would grind me up a little bit.
Oh, dude!
It worked. What the fuck? How are you supposed to figure that out, man? If you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have any clue that you can... Who designs this? Who thinks, hey, let me put a giant crow that flies you back there? Who fucking discovered this? Dude, oh my lord, crazy.
So, now that we return to the Undead Asylum, which is really weird, by the way, we can go in and get our hands on a few things. If we run down into one of the cells, we'll encounter another one of the Black Knights, but since we're stronger now, we can defeat them easily. But that's not why we're here. We pick up a strange little doll, and using this, we can head straight back to Anor Londo. So, yeah, you may not have noticed this painting originally, because we kind of ignored it, but this is the same area with the scaffolding and the weird cult members. Well, here's the thing. This giant painting is essentially a gateway, sort of like into Narnia. All right, welcome to the painted world of Ariamis. Now, this place, it's cold, but I kind of do like it, because the best part about it is it feels like this is the kind of location where the developers just decided, fuck it, let's just throw every kind of idea we have in mind right into this place. Oh, poison. Shout out to the devs for somehow managing to put all the enemies I just despise into one single spot. It's kind of insane. Kind of actually incredible. Now, the biggest reason to come to this place is mainly because it's a grinding paradise. There's a courtyard that's full of shield-wielding slimes in a weird orgy formation. They're called the Phalanx, and they drop around 10,000 souls per run. Kind of reminds me of a Roman soldier lining up to block arrows or something out of the 300 movie. Green screen man, I am absolutely going to exploit this. And that's what I did. I just shut up and kept grinding it out like crazy here. Maybe this was a little bit, well, cheesing it again, but to be honest, this grinding was kind of fun. The location was interesting, and exploring this tiny place was really unique because it felt different than the places I've explored so far in the game. But I really enjoyed it. And then we meet her. Oh, hey, she seems nice. Wait, why do I have a sword out? You see, Priscilla is actually one of the nicest bosses in the game because she will not attack you. She's actually a kind soul. No more healing. She's a little bit rowdy. Thing is, she doesn't attack unless you do. No, brother. I am not doing this. I already killed 2 innocent merchants. I'm not adding a dead waifu to that list.
Crocodildo penisini, pepperoni masturbini, trippi troppa crocodini, dildodini.
Did I just get isekai'd? No, to get isekai'd, you need to be hit by truck-kun. There you go. Now you got isekai'd. Yeah, turns out having one big goal, aka go ring 2 big bells up and down, it's kind of useful. Now all we're told is go and get all the Lord Souls, as if I know what that means. After wandering around for quite a bit of time, I find a giant door. Normally it was glowing gold before, but now it opens. So I walked in. Welcome to Duke's Archive, an elegant, magical, and horrifying hellhole run by Sseth the Scaleless. I thought Hogwarts was fun! You sure we watched the same Harry Potter movies, Jimmy? Because, I'll be honest with you, man, I think half the stuff in those movies tried to kill Harry, didn't it? This place is an Escher painting on crack, and just when you think you're making progress... Wait. That's him? That's the boss already? How am I supposed to fight him? Yeah, Sseth is literally unkillable the first time you encounter him. At least I think he is, because I couldn't land a single shot. I wasn't really having any luck with bow and arrows, because I hadn't really trained any of that. So, generally speaking, I had no idea what to do here. Where are we? This is your prison cell. Visually, this place looks stunning. Kind of reminds me of a spiral book tower that you can see in the library in Prague, where I was recently. But gameplay-wise, I hate this place. And to escape, I need a key. And that one can only be found from the snakehead guys downstairs, which is just awesome.
Holy dude, Rev, how am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to blow the home thing? Oh, okay, never mind. There's just a key from behind them. That is so annoying. Who thought putting 3 of them up here was a good idea?
Eventually, we escape prison. We climb back out into the archives. And immediately we get lost again. Where the fuck are we? Eventually, after a lot of help from my friend, I figured out how to exit Duke's Archive and traverse down into the Crystalline Forest. Now, this place sucks, and it has a lot to do with the giant crystal monsters, but more so that the game decides to introduce invisible pathways. Why the fuck would you put invisible walkways in a game that's already just filled with paranoia? Why would you add this? Are you trying to make me go schizo? But the only thing that helps you actually figure out where to go and not fall off the edges is small snowflakes that reveal a faint path. And Jimmy, of course, is going to be falling off all the time. Honestly, this entire section is just fucking evil. I mean, look at him. He's just going to keep falling like this. I get it why people hate the second part of the game, because this was my first experience with it, and frankly speaking, I hated this. It was so difficult for no reason out of nowhere, and it's genuinely demoralizing. Oh my god, here we go. Luckily though, if you look at the distance over there, you will notice that this time around, Sseth's immortality crystal is exposed. Now, we have to run over there really quickly and break that thing if we want to actually damage him. Doing this, he finally becomes killable. What the fuck is cursed? And why is my health bar half the size it was from before? Yes. Getting cursed in Dark Souls. It's by far one of the worst things, probably next to the frame rate you get in Blighttown when you go down there, is a mechanic that somehow I had yet to encounter up until this point. Being cursed means your max HP is cut in half permanently until you fix it. Come again for Big Fudge? What did you say? How do I fix cursed Dark Souls? Please help. Huh. Okay. So that's it. Yeah, eventually, after some Googling, I figured out that I need a purging stone to get rid of my curse, and the only way to get this is to return back to this guy. Yeah, this is the merchant from the first bell tower where we beat the gargoyles. He sells this. I told you he'd come in useful somewhere at some point. I swear if this doesn't work. Oh my god. Yes. Boom. Curse has been cured, but we still gotta beat the big guy, you know? Sseth, I've come to bargain. 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 Sseth, I've come to bargain.
What the fuck is going on? Am I going crazy?
All right, dude, he's distracted. Go, 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 go. Cut the crystal and beat his ass. And there it is. We have defeated Sseth the Scaleless. And to be honest, this is one of the most interesting bosses in the entire game. Not because of his fight, because that shit fucking sucks, but for something else. And it's to do with the lore of this specific dragon. You see, Sseth was actually one of the dragons that ruled the world in the past, but he betrayed his own kind for power and joined Gwyn to take down his own dragon kin. So really, the guy is a giant fucking rat. All right, 1 Lord Soul down, 3 more to go. I think my sanity's starting to run out. So, I mean, okay, we killed the dragon, but now what? Jimmy ends up warping between every bonfire as possible. Firelink, Anor Londo, Undead Parish, even the fucking Undead Asylum. Though eventually, after a bunch of wandering, I decide I want to check out what's known as Ash Lake, but I had no idea how to reach it. Okay. Oh, Jimmy, keep going through that wall. Maybe there's another one. See? Told you. Crazy. Oh, no. It's another tree. I'm so tired of trees, man. We're inside of the Great Hollow, and after getting cursed again and again, which is just the game's way of fucking flipping you off, I finally reached something strange. Ash Lake is a secret, a forgotten dream. No objectives here, no quest markers, just a single path and one big-ass Hydra. There's honestly not much to do, but I kind of love this place. It's quiet, vast, and calm. Almost like it knows something that I don't. Eventually, I do reach this guy, the Everlasting Dragon, one of the last beings from before the Age of Fire. Is he dead or... And for once, Dark Souls doesn't let us kill something. You could join his covenant, which honestly makes sense because this place...
Oh, okay. Like, if you look at the trees in the distance, it kind of looks a little bit like the, what do you call it? The intro cinematic thing kind of looks like that.
This is where it all began. This is where the world started from, and these are the dragons, the kin of Sseth that he betrayed. And this is all that remains of them. This covenant and a very pointless existence at this point. Damn, man. Sometimes Dark Souls doesn't want to kill you. It just wants to make you feel small. That's cool and all, green screen guy, but what am I supposed to actually do now? Like, where do I go? What am I supposed to do? Oh, don't worry, buddy. There's definitely some things for you to do. There's an interesting place right below here. It might feature a certain fire lady, if you know what I mean. And by lost, they mean lost in development, because honestly, this place looks like it was slapped together on a 6-pack of Red Bulls. It's kind of hot in here. I'll walk myself out. The first boss up is Ceaseless Discharge. I'm not even going to write the joke, because the joke writes itself for this thing. Yeah, this is the Ceaseless Discharge, which is what I call myself when I watch hentai. The fight is weird. If you grab the armor near his sister's corpse, he starts attacking, clearly mad that you looted her corpse. But there's a jank strategy here. Unfortunately for Mr. Discharge, he can't reach us all the way over here. So we can simply just punch his fingers to make him drop down. Come on, fall down, bitch. Come on, bitch. Yeah. Nice. Whoa. Damn. And would you look at that? With his death, we now have gotten rid of all the lava in this place. So, now that we can walk through this place without being burned to death, along the way we do run into a few Capra demons, which are still terrifying, but also way easier this time around because we have gotten stronger. Another fog gate awaits us, and you remember the Asylum demon from the start of the game? Yeah, this is his hotter, angrier brother. Literally. It's the same boss model, just spams more AoEs. I love how sometimes From Software's idea of new content was literally just hitting Control-C and Control-V all the time. I get why people think Lost Izalith feels rushed. There's some good stuff in here, but man, it definitely needed another coat of polish before it went out. Brother, ew! Brother, what even is that? Yeah, the Centipede Demon is really annoying, but it's our next boss battle. The worst part about this one is that it will not be able to be beaten easily because it just stays in the lava and it doesn't want to come out to play. So if you want to attack it, you got to go in there yourself, which means you're taking damage from both the lava and the boss. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, it burns! Ooh, ah, ooh. Only one man can help me now. I mean, there's a summon sign like right there, so you might as well go ahead. Just do it. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. We got Solaire. Yeah, Solaire is great for distracting the centipede, but issue is, fighting it is still too hard. I do, however, manage to cut the centipede's tail, which gives me a special lava ring. Yep, that's the orange charred ring for you, and with that one, you can easily go through lava and beat this thing. All right, there we go. Now that that's sorted, let's get a move on. We need that Lord Soul. But wait, Solaire. Wait, where did he go? Just past the centipede demon lies a weird root chamber full of silence. No enemies, no traps, just flickering embers and quiet. Sunbro? You good, man? Solaire, the man who we've been with in this journey, who's helped us several times, is crumbling. He's lost in despair. Hey, come on, man. We killed the gargoyles together. Remember that? I have to go now, Sunbro. But I'll be back. I don't know, Jimmy. Maybe we shouldn't have left him alone there. I'm worried for him. I know, but we have to go, green screen guy. We still need to complete this journey. We push forward and deeper into the ruins of Lost Izalith. The layout's janky, the enemies are weird, but there's something undeniably cool about this place, to be honest. Honestly, I kind of like this place. In some weird way, I think the lava is kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of being a child and assuming the entire floor was lava and playing with like my siblings, but I kind of like this design of this entire place. I mean, sure, it is janky and weird and a little bit confusing to traverse and also too much lava, but I still enjoy it. And I even like these giant, you know, freaking huge dinosaur things. They're kind of cool. No. No, 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 no. No, don't do this to me, game. Not him. Anyone but him. No.
My very own son. I am the sun. I've done it. I have. Yes.
This is what happens when you forget to check on your homies. Solaire, our wholesome beacon of light, found the sunlight maggot, but it found him too. If you don't take specific steps to stop this, Solaire goes full hollow, consumed by a parasite, his mind shattered, and all hope is gone. I don't want to fight you! My brother, my friend. I'm sorry. I didn't want this. You were the best of us. He just wanted a son of his own. But now, his light has faded. I do get an item from his body, one that I'll need for later, but didn't feel like a reward. It felt like guilt picking it up. Rest easy, son bro. I'll miss you. Alright, now that we're back on track, we're running around until eventually we find our way towards the Bed of Chaos. This fight isn't really a boss fight, it's more like a platforming section with death pits. It kind of reminded me of one of those bosses from Silent Hill Homecoming, where the floor collapses around you while you're trying to reach 2 weak spots of it and defeat it. You can cheese it if you have your hands on a bow and arrow, which I do, but they aren't strong enough, so instead I just gotta make sure I get close enough to melee hit it. I'll be honest, I did kind of cheese this fight, and that's mainly because when you do take out one of the roots on the left or the right side, they don't actually reset if you die. So what you can do is, you can take out one, and then just reset your game, or turn off your save file, and you'll start from the top again and slide down. This allows you to reset the floor essentially, and make sure that you can take out the boss without struggling too much. With both of the roots destroyed, the center opens up, and now we can drop down into the final phase.
Hey, there we go! I finally got in! Let's go!
This tiny thing, this is it. This is the boss battle. Like, this is the actual core of the boss. The root of it all is this. And yes, pun is intended. But hey, once we take it out, we have the second Lord Soul. So after tearing apart a sentient fire tree with a bug inside it, I did what anyone would do. Wander aimlessly for half an hour, trying to figure out where the hell to go next. Okay, I've got 2 Lord Souls. How many was it again? 4? Oh god. My sanity is starting to dwindle. But that's also when I remember the graveyard right next to Firelink Shrine, because we haven't really gone there just yet.
Do. It's dark down here, but it's okay, guys, because I'm Butters. They stabbed me in the chest. Woo! So much fun. I love this game.
Welcome to the Catacombs, and from this point forward, things are about to get dark. Quite literally, by the way. They never die. Why don't they die? Explain! Yeah, here's the deal. See, I didn't know that unless you were using a divine weapon, you were never going to be able to take down any of these skeletons, because they're essentially immortal. Honestly, out of everything, the Catacombs are my least favorite location. There are interesting things like the scythe weapon, if you have the patience to actually find it. But between the arrows and fire blasts and infinite skeletons, it's kind of just a pain to be here. Especially against the bottom. Like, what kind of design is this? A wheel skeleton. Why is this even a real thing? And you might wonder to yourself, what's our reward for making it through the Halloween bowling alley from hell? Well, it's going to be a boss battle. Pinwheel is who we have to take on. Pinwheel barely qualifies as an actual boss battle. I mean, to be honest, I first assumed maybe I was just too strong from all the grinding I did in the painted world of Ariamis, but no, Pinwheel is just ass. Like, straight ass. Like, just a useless boss. He doesn't do shit. I beat him on my first try. Hello? Did my monitor just die? What happened? No, the monitor did not die. This is just the Tomb of Giants. This is one place in Dark Souls where even the brightness slider gives up on you. Yep, this place really sucks. And also, remember those skeletons from before? Well, now they're the size of pickup trucks.
I cannot see anything. Oh my... Even with this thing, it's hard to see. Holy fuck. Where am I supposed to go?
Now, something I do like in Dark Souls is the fact that anytime a corpse is lootable, it glows faintly. There's always a little glow on it, which in this pitch black tomb becomes a breadcrumb trail of where you are meant to go. It feels like the corpses of the fallen undead are helping guide you forward in the darkness. Like, death itself is part of the game's lore here, because if you think about it, the people that are going through this journey, the undead, just like us, they're all repeating a cycle. They keep being brought back over and over again until they go hollow, trying to get to that flame. And finally, at the bottom of this nightmare pit, we meet our next Lord Soul boss, Grave Lord Nito. He is literally the king of death himself. See, Nito helped Gwyn fight the arch dragons, but now he's just rotting in a pit of darkness with skeletons for roommates. Nito is slow, but the real threat is his skeleton horde. If you got a divine weapon, great. If not, like me, just rush him and pray to God you'll win. Alright, that is 3 Lord Souls down, and only 1 to go. Now, Jimmy is tired, he's traumatized, and I think his sanity meter is going up a little too fast now. I'll be honest, at this point, I was so invested into Dark Souls, I started watching hour-long lore videos. I was fully in.
Imagine if they announced, like, Elden Ring for Switch 2. That would be crazy.
1 minute later.
It's not Silent Hill, no. It can't be Silent Hill. Trust me, I know if it's Silent Hill.
No, it's not Silent Hill. I don't think it is.
No, this has got to be like... Is it Castlevania? I don't... Soul Calibur? Somebody saying From Software?
From
Software? Wait, what?
Yo, they're making something.
Bloodborne?
It's Bloodborne.
Is it Bloodborne?
It's not Bloodborne. Is it Bloodborne?
Wait, is it Bloodborne?
It's Bloodborne.
No, it's not Bloodborne. It's something new.
What is this? What is this?
From Software.
Yeah. It's
What? Dude, this makes me so excited. On Switch, dude. Yo, bro, what is this? I am so excited right now, bro. And it looks kind of openish. Like,
it looks good.
What
Whatever
the fuck,
this is,
bro? Yep. I was hooked, all right. So hooked that I forced myself to not play Dark Souls 2, 3, or even Bloodborne. Shit, not even Elden Ring. Because I wanted to finish this video first before I played any of those games. Because I didn't want to ruin my experience of Dark Souls 1 or change my thoughts on this game before this video was done by playing the other entries. So I'm literally withholding my joy from myself because of how good this game is. And I wanted to do it justice with this video. And the next thing I was about to do, that would 100% solidify everything I felt about this game. The DLC. Thankfully, though, my friend Rev came in clutch again and told me that, hey, before you continue and get to that last Lord Soul and take on the final boss and everything, make sure you play the DLC. And you know what? I decided to listen to him. But in classic Dark Souls fashion, unlocking the DLC requires just an absolute nonsense method. First, we travel through Duke's Archive, then we kill a crystal golem, then we find Broken Pendant, then we return to Darker Basin, then we kill the Hydra, then we get grabbed by a giant hand. Yahoo! And welcome to Olassil, a decaying kingdom swallowed by the Abyss. I just got here. Let me breathe. The Sanctuary Guardian is the first boss once you enter, and the game doesn't give you even a second to relax. Instantly, BAM! Electrocution. This boss is where you feel From Software starting to hit their actual true stride. The Guardian is dynamic, aggressive, but still fair of a battle. Kind of like if a lion and a scorpion and a Pegasus had a three-way and made, well, whatever this thing is. There we go. Yes! Then we enter the Olassil Sanctuary and Royal Woods, and this area is gorgeous. Twisted forests, fallen knights, and that signature abyss corruption leaking in like oil. Honestly, every enemy in the DLC here hits like a fucking truck, but I love the runbacks in this place because when you figure out that you can send the elevator down, and then when the elevator is down, you can just hit it again with your feet and send it back up. I love this. It is chef's kiss, okay? It literally makes you constantly problem solve and figure out easier paths to get to the bosses. And in the case of the boss we're dealing with here, well, this entire runback that we did here takes us to a very specific man. Oh boy. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Artorias of the Abyss is the next boss fight, but man, is this peak Souls boss design. This entire battle is tragedy in motion.
What the? How am I supposed to do this? Oh, so close! Oh my god. I mean, it's a good battle, but fucking hate this.
Keep in mind, this man is injured. He's essentially nerfed, but he still is slamming the shit out of me. Oh, and when he's charging like that, that's an AoE buff that he does. If you go close, he will burst if you are too slow. So you gotta rush over there and slam him before he does it. Otherwise, he's impossible to kill. Now, having taken him down, I want to just say that Sir Artorias was one of Gwyn's 4 knights, famed for his honor, skill, and unbreakable will. He earned the title of Abyss Walker after forging a pact with the beasts of the Abyss to resist its corruption. Except, it didn't work. When the Abyss began to consume the ancient land of Olasil, Artorias charged in alone to save it, without backup and without mercy. The man was a legend, but when we find him, he's already fallen. Consumed by the Abyss, he swore to destroy. His fight against you, it's actually against himself. So, with Artorias being put to rest, I wasn't ready for what came next, which was Olasil Township, which is a fucked up place. All the citizens here have been consumed by the Abyss, and if we get too close, they'll curse us, which is really sucky. Eventually, at the bottom, we enter a strange cave. Now, these creatures here aren't just monsters. They're actually the physical manifestations of humanity, the very stuff we've been using to stay alive and reverse our hollowing. Yeah, those creepy little ghost thingies, they're literally made of what's inside you. Sounds vaguely sexual, doesn't it? Oh, wait. This place looks familiar. Why is there a puppy bark? If you've beaten Artorias already, this hidden scene will unlock. You protect baby Sif, Artorias' loyal companion, and he's scared, but you save him, and he'll remember you, and he looks tiny. And beyond the Abyss, darkness becomes rage incarnate. Here you can meet Manus, the primeval man. A boss fight I didn't even finish. Well, not yet. I wanted to come back to it later when I'm not doing a video, but that's besides the point. Also, there is a boss battle against Calamite, the giant abyss dragon, a fight I fully intended to come back to in the future because I did not want to do this on my first playthrough. Yeah, with Jimmy's terrible time management, I don't think we're ever going to end up coming back here, which is literally the case. We never came back here. I didn't realize that once you beat the final boss in the game, you cannot return and do the DLC, which kind of sucks. Finally leaving this place. So after having saved baby Sif, beaten Artorias, and learned how horrifying humanity blobs can be, I need a breather. But this is Dark Souls, and there is no time to breathe. Darkroot Garden really has it all. Magical ents, giant mushrooms, invisible phantoms, and what I can only assume is the result of a Studio Ghibli acid trip gone wrong. If you save them in the DLC, Sif hesitates, just for a moment. But then, he does what he has to do. He's limping, he's hurting, and he knows this fight will kill him, and yet he protects the Abyss Ring with everything he's got. That's the item which he's trying to stop us from taking, because he doesn't want anyone to suffer under the same abyssal decay as his dead master. Now, the battle is relatively easy. He will mostly make jumps around the arena, so getting in close is all we gotta do. Oh no. I'm sorry, buddy. You remembered me, didn't you? And I still had to kill you. I apologize. With the ring from Sif, we can now finally enter the Abyss, the realm of the Four Kings. However, I do notice something very peculiar. You guys ever notice how we always seem to return back to this place, back to Firelink Shrine every single time? I mean, this place is great. As previously said, it is really the bright spot in what's normally a honestly dark and grim world to explore. It's not just that this place works like the perfect hub, a honest perfect location to start out from and move our journey through, but also it's just the perfect place to relax. Okay, there's one soul left. Let's get this over with. All right, be my guest, buddy. I can't even see the floor. Where am I? The Four Kings fight is a pure DPS race. If you don't kill one fast enough, another one spawns, and then another one, and then another one. It might seem like a difficult fight, but to be honest, the biggest issue I faced in this battle was the run back. because there was no bonfire in New Londo which I could use to my knowledge, so I had to make the entire run from Firelink Shrine all the way down into New Londo, past all those ghosts, and using a little shortcut to get into the abyss each time. Okay, I can't. It's time to finish this. Yeah, the Four Kings need to be attacked fast. You see, each time one spawns in, we are on a timer to take it down before the next one spawns in. And that timer is about 45 seconds in length, so we gotta make sure we go in and defeat them as fast as possible so they don't stack up multiple at once, which makes it harder. Why do they all look like eldritch twinks in armor? But eventually, the rhythm sets in. You dodge, you swing, you pray, you win. There it is. The final puzzle piece. I took him down. You see, the Four Kings that we just took down were once noble rulers of New Londo, chosen by Gwyn himself and gifted a fragment of his Lord Soul. He trusted them to rule with wisdom and protect the city, but over time they fell under the influence of the Dark Wraiths and the corrupting power of the Abyss. And there it is. We now have the final Lord Soul, which means there's only one thing left, and that is Gwyn himself. Kingseeker Frampt is here too, and after you just give him a little smack on his head, he wakes up. Now, the interesting thing about him, though, in particular, is the fact that we have met him before. Well, we kind of could have met him early on if we just explored a little bit around, Firelink Shrine. I only uncovered him, like, halfway through the game, even, like, a little bit later into that. Before I even actually went to Anor Londo, I didn't know he even existed. I only found him afterwards. But the thing with this guy, though, is he's a bit sketchy, but he does take us straight down to the Kiln of the First Flame. This is it. The final stretch. This is the Kiln of the First Flame. Once the Forge of the Gods, now it's just a funeral pyre for a dying age. Everything here is dead. The trees, the fire, the earth. These guards along the way used to be nightmares. Now, they're just stepping stones for Jimmy. This is it, boys. This is it. Waiting behind this wall is one last challenge. Gwyn waits behind it. The Lord of Cinder. The Big Cheese. The Fire Daddy himself. I guess it's time we entered. This music, it's not bombastic, it's not epic, it's sad. Normally I expect music to sound much more epic for boss fights. This is not what it's meant to be like. All I hear is pling pling plong. We aren't really fighting a grandiose boss battle here, are we? Gwyn linked the first flame to keep the world from fading, but now he's a husk of what he was, a smoldering relic kept alive by ash and pure willpower. His eyes and body have gone hollow, just like his people. At first, this battle is extremely annoying, not because it's that particularly hard, but what's difficult is the run back, because those Black Knights may not be hard to necessarily deal with, but it's just the endless run takes such a long time to get to. Holy moly, getting to the fog gate here is just annoying. The way Gwyn attacks is also very similar to Artorias, but it also reminds me of something else. Remember the parry lesson from the Crescent Shield Knight way back at the start of the game? Well, that was the key to this battle, the whole time. You see, the way he jumps around and slashes you is incredibly difficult to deal with and hard to get used to, and making sure you always hit the parry can be difficult, but eventually it is possible to do, and that's where that original experience, my first mistake in the game, would come back to save me. I can't anymore. I've done so many runbacks.
Bastard.
And here it is. After all that suffering, all the death, all the growth, you choose. Do you rekindle the flame or leave it behind? Hey, Jimmy! I don't think he knows that he can rekindle the flame. I think he just assumes that walking out's the only option. Oh, nope, never mind. He's gone. God damn. That was quick. I might as well go as well. And that's it. That is my journey. And here is the thing. I love Dark Souls, but I also hate this game because what other game makes you feel this way? What other game can constantly punish me and hurt me and frustrate me and make me run in circles over and over again, and yet here I am. I can't wait to play another Souls game now. It's got its grips on me and I can't be bothered with playing anything else. And if you're a game that does that to me, then, well, you've succeeded. And I hate Dark Souls because I don't think I'll be able to enjoy other games the same way I enjoyed this journey. Hey guys, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe for Jimmy, and also check out our Patreon if you want to support more of these videos, because they do take a long time to make. So yeah, thank you from me and Jimmy, and we'll see you in our next adventure, which might be in Dark Souls 2, or might be in Oblivion, or something else. I don't really know. We'll see what we figured out.